morning. Good day. Today's topic is labor markets. And when we talk about the labor market, we're talking about where the demand for and the supply of labor have interaction. So the labor market is the place where the demand for labor and supply of labor are being exchanged. So to go further, we need to talk about the demand curve for labor. When we talk about the demand curve for labor, we're talking about the graph representing the quantity demanded for workers. So the demand curve for labor slows downward, meaning that as wage rate reduces, the quantity demanded for labor rises. It can be graphically represented as this. So what we're saying is that because the reward for labor is wages, so what happens when the wage rate falls? That is what we're talking about here. So when the wage rate falls, businesses or firms will be willing to employ more workers because at that point in time, the cost of labor would have reduced, which would mean that they might be able to make more profits. So look at the graph here. We have the prices from 200 to 100. Let's use 200 and 100 as an example, or 300 and 200. At 300, if the number of the wage rate is 300, the quantity demanded for workers is 40. As the wage rate reduces from 300 to 200, the quantity of workers increases from 40 to 60. That means additional 20. That is what it meant by downward slope. So as wage rate falls, the quantity demanded of workers increases. That is how the demand curve slopes downward. So note, the demand for labor is derived demand. Why do we call it a derived demand? We call it a derived demand because workers are only needed. Workers are only employed only when they have a job to do. It means we will only employ workers if there is a vacant or there is a purpose for employing the worker. So the demand for labor is a derived demand, which implies that labor is demanded whenever it needs to serve a purpose. So the reward or price for labor is wages. So workers are not just employed, they are employed when they need to serve a purpose. That is why we say the demand for labor is derived demand. So what is demand for labor itself? Demand for labor is the total number of workers firms are able and willing to employ at a given wage rate. So what are the factors affecting the demand for labor? Number one, demand for the product. Since the demand for labor is a derived demand, it means that workers will be needed only when they have to produce certain products or goods or services. Two, availability of substitutes. When we talk about availability of substitutes, we talk about the cost of employing workers and the cost of using a substitute like machine. So if the cost of employing workers is high, businesses or firms might think of using machine, which is a close substitute. And if the cost of using machines are high, businesses might think of using labor, which might be a cheaper substitute. Then the third one is productivity of labor. When we talk about productivity of labor, we're talking about the output of labor. If labor productivity is increasing, or if labor productivity can increase, it means more workers might be needed. So if labor can produce more output, then there's likelihood that more workers might be needed. That means the demand for labor will increase. And the last one, other employment costs. Here, the cost attached to employing workers might determine the quantity demanded for workers. So the amount we have to pay, the expenses, the cost of employing workers, if it is high, firms might choose not to employ workers. So this is about the demand for labor, the demand curve for labor, which is downward slope, and wage rates. Thank you.